Atlas Boeing 767 Oral Question Study Guide, Fire and Overheat. Question 1. Which system has fire detection but does not have fire protection? The main wheel well. Question 2. Which components have overheat detection? The engines and pneumatic ducts. Question 3. What indicates a fault in one of the fire detection loops? An ICAS status message. Question 4. How many fire detectors are in the cargo compartment and how do they work? It is a dual smoke particle sensor system. So long as both detectors are operational, both must detect smoke to trigger an indication. Question 5. What occurs automatically when an APU fire is detected on the ground? The APU shuts down. Question 6. What occurs when a single fault is detected on an engine fire detection loop during test? The system reconfigures for single detector operation. Question 7. What results in faults? Correction. Question 7. What results when faults are detected on both loops in an engine fire detection system? The Fire Overheat System Advisory ICAS message is displayed. Question 8. What warning indications are tested during a fire detection system test? The fire warning bell, street lights, and master warning lights. Question 9. What detectors are checked when the engine, APU, cargo fire overheat test switch is pushed? Engines, cargo, and APU. Question 10. When will the fire light extinguish in the engine fire handle? When the fire signal no longer exists. Question 11. What does pulling the engine fire switch do? Pulling the handle silences the fire warning bell, closes the associated engine spar valve, shuts off the hydraulic fluid to the engine-driven hydraulic pump, trips the associated generator field and breaker, and arms the fire extinguishers. Question 12. What should you do if the engine fire switch cannot be pulled out during an engine fire? Push the fire override switch, then pull the handle. Question 13. What is accomplished by rotating the engine fire switch to the stop? Discharges the selected fire extinguisher into the respective engine nacelle. Question 14. When will the APU bottle discharge light be illuminated? When the APU fire extinguisher has been discharged. Question 15. How long should you wait before discharging the second fire extinguisher bottle into an engine that continues to have an illuminated fire warning light? 30 seconds. Question 16. Where is the APU remote control panel located? On the nose wheel strut. Question 17. What does pushing the nose strut mounted APU shutdown switch do? Shut down the APU, silence the APU fire warning horn. Question 18. When does the APU fire warning light extinguish? When the fire signal no longer exists. Question 19. What happens to an operating APU when the fire switch is pulled out? It silences the fire warning bell, closes the APU fuel valve, trips the APU generator field and breaker, closes the APU bleed air valve, arms the APU fire extinguisher, and shuts down the APU immediately if the auto shutdown feature failed or if the handle was pulled with no fire indication. Question 20. When is the fire bell and warning light inhibited? During takeoff from nose gear extension to 400 feet or 20 seconds. Question 21. When will the aft cargo fire warning lights go out? When smoke is no longer detected. Question 22. What does pushing the forward cargo compartment arm switch do on a 767-300 passenger aircraft? Pushing the forward cargo arm switch turns off the recirculating fans, arms the extinguishing squibs, silences the fire bell, closes the associated heat valves, turns off the nitrogen generating system, and commands the packs to high flow. Question 23. Where do all fire protection systems receive their power from? The top battery bus. How many fire bottles are installed for the engine fire protection? Can both be fired into the same engine? There are two bottles, both may be used for the same engine. Question 25. What occurs when the cargo bottle discharge switch is pushed? The number one bottle is discharged immediately. The number two bottle fires later at a reduced rate. Eventually, both cargo bottle 1 and cargo bottle 2 ICAS messages will be shown. Fire suppression, question 26. Fire suppression on the main deck cargo compartment is accomplished by pushing the main armed switch followed by the depress discharge switch. What do these actions accomplish? This depressurizes the aircraft and attempts to starve the main deck fire of oxygen needed to burn. Question 27. How can you silence the fire bell? Push either master caution warning reset switch or pull the fire switch. That ends fire.